Hey everyone, I'm Mandy, the Handmade Homeschooler, and welcome to one of my favorite videos so far. Today we're going to be talking all about my favorite books when you are a brand new homeschooling parent, and what I found to be the most helpful my first couple of years of homeschooling. So first, we're going to talk about the basics of homeschooling and what we need to do in order to get our homes ready, to get our brains ready, and to know all the logistics. This book, Homeschooling 101, was very, very helpful. And the first year or two, I really found myself cracking this book open just to get refreshers and to go back over information. And this book will give you everything from your letter of intent to gathering curriculum to the best places to get used curriculum if you are on a budget. So this book, super, super, super important and one of my favorites. And nobody can have this book. This is my book. I don't even lend it out, but I will tell everybody in the world about it. So next is home learning year by year. Now, most of you know that I was a teacher before I was a homeschool parent, and even though I was in that environment and I love school and I love learning and I love teaching, sometimes you are just not very confident that first year. And I know that some of you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. I was not that confident my first year despite my teaching degree. This book really, really helped, and it gave me a guideline. Now, I'm more of what they call an eclectic homeschooler, so I typically don't buy all of my curriculum in one place because I like to add and I like to take things from other pieces of curriculum where especially, when you have more than one child, and what works for one may not work for the next child. So even though I'm doing mainly master books, I'm not using their math because my children are excelling at a different program and I want them to keep that. So I like to take the best parts of each curriculum that works for my specific children. So hopefully that makes sense. But I typically don't do everything all in one box. And that first year I actually did. I actually got everything from all the same curriculum company, and we just did all of it that way. And I learned really quick that that wasn't going to work for me or my kids. Now, this book helped give me kind of a guide of what the public schoolers are learning, or what they think your child should know. So if you're only homeschooling for a year or two, this is great because this is going to give you a guideline for every single grade and what they should be learning and what they should know by the end of each school year. So, for instance, if I go to this chapter on grade 4, it's going to tell me at the beginning language arts and a rough guideline of what they should know. And then it's going to give me resources underneath that and show me exactly what books will tell them that. And it will give me readers that are classic readers for that grade. Now, again, with the readers, you know how I am with readers. Always check the content before you give them to your kids. I'm going to be doing more book reviews here for kids, so if you want to keep those in mind as well when you're shopping, keep a list of good readers. And don't always go by what's in this book. This is a secular book. This is not a Christian book. But again, it really, really helped give me a map of where I thought I wanted to go that first year. So it's going to give me language arts, mathematics. I'm reading out of the book, guys. It's going to give me money and measurements, history and geography, world history, so all the histories for each grade, geography, science, and then it even gives you the electives like foreign language, art, and music. So this is a really great resource. It breaks it down grade by grade, subject by subject, what each child should learn by the end of that year. So if you are eclectic and you don't like the idea of a curriculum in a box, this is a great book for you to check out at the library. Look it up on Thrift Books, look it up on Amazon. I bought ours because I want to keep this on the shelf, and I refer back to it sometimes just to have a rough estimate. I don't touch this book very much anymore because I'm more confident in homeschooling now, but if I'm putting together a curriculum piece by piece, I always refer back to this book. So fantastic book. And this is by Rebecca Rupp. I will try to put a link down in the description for you guys. The last book I just finished reading over this past spring, and this is the Read Aloud Family by Sarah Mackenzie. And I love this book. I have it on audiobook and I have the actual paperback because I'm a work at home mom and sometimes I just don't have time to read all the books that I want. So I listened to it on audiobook, and she is the narrator of the audiobook, and oh, how this touched my heart. I just loved this book. My family was not a read aloud family until really we picked up this book. I want to say I picked it up in the winter time, but I just finally got to the end of it over the last month or so. And this has a list of great readers, but again, some of them are secular, so make sure you check them out first. And it also has the importance of reading aloud to your children and the importance of just reading and language for your child. So if you are starting out, very first year homeschooler, pick up this book because you will be so surprised at the statistics and at how much reading affects your child and what it does for them in their future and how it can bring your family together. We have read many read-alouds since this book, and it has been such a joy and a pleasure for me as a mom and for my kids. They just love that time. So grab this book. This is a fantastic read. It's very highly rated. So those are my 3 favorite books for new homeschool moms. We have Homeschooling 101, Home Learning Year by Year, and the Read Aloud Family. So I will put the links down below, and if you have a favorite book for a new homeschool mom, put it down below in the comments. I would love to see it. I would love to check it out, and I would love to read it. And I'm currently reading Israel Wayne's Education, Does God Have an Opinion? And I might end up reviewing that one as well. So let me know what you guys think. Give this a thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe to my channel for more great homeschooling resources. I will see you guys next time.